Hi everyone, I'm Joey and I'm so excited to be with you today on Facebook Live and on YouTube if you're watching there, because today is the first, well, it's not the first day, tomorrow's the first day of the new holiday mini catalog from Stampin' Up. And today is the first day I'm going to start showing you products, and I'm going to be here all week. I have something new every day to show you, and I hope you can join me. I'll be here every day, 12:30, and if you're watching on YouTube, then after I do my Facebook Live, I always upload it to my YouTube channel right after that. So you can find me either place. And so what I want to say, this week, which I don't do every week, but this week I'm going to send the projects, the recipe cards, meaning there'll be a photo, there'll be dimensions, and then a supply list every day to my newsletter subscribers. So they're going to get at least 4, probably 5 project sheets this week, exclusively for them. So if you're not on my email list, you want to make sure that you sign up for it. While you're getting settled, you might already be settled. I have to get my iPad is here in front of me, and I have to pull myself up so I can see you, see what you're seeing. There you go. I have to get close, sorry. But we can see my new fall makeup. I got out I have a kind of a fall, I think it's even called caramel apple or something like that, eyeshadow palette. So it's showing up really good in the camera. I'm not sure it looks really good, but it's showing up really good. And then I'm also getting my laptop set up here as well, because that's where I see your comments. So I hope you'll comment and have some fun with me today. I have a really fun, fun-fold card that is also a gift card holder. So you can use this idea for any cards for Christmas coming up. Let me get my volume off of my laptop. Hi, Jamie. Oh, I'm so excited you're here. Oh, you're out of school this week for county fair. How fun. That sounds great. And I saw your comment, and now my computer is spinning, but I can see comments at least. So sometimes the video doesn't keep up, but the computer does. All right, we're ready. I'm ready to get going. So I'm going to flip you down. I'm going to grab a little toolbar here, and then I'll get you up. You'll be right side up and I'll be upside down. Now last week I was struggling with my phone holder to stay in place, and it's not a cheap one, my friends, I'm just saying. This week I tightened it up a little bit more, but if I tighten it too much, then I have to get up from my desk to actually get it to move. All right, enough blathering. All right, everyone, listen. This week, this is a host code, and if you put in an order of $40 or more this week, you're going to get all the projects I'm showing this week. So a minimum of 4, and I might be able to, I have one ready, just not 100% sure I'll have time to video it, but get on my email list. Today we're doing the Holiday Mini Kickoff Day 1, and we're using Autumn Expressions. This is the bundle number for this one. If you're watching on YouTube, I will have my link to subscribe to my newsletter in the video description on YouTube. And right now I'm putting it in the comments on Facebook. This is our catalog. I can't open it for you today, but I can open it for you tomorrow. This is the new mini catalog, September through December. We just call it the holiday catalog, most of us. But am I even in the screen? I can't tell because my computer is not keeping up with me. Oh my goodness. And I just lost it. Sorry, I'm trying to get everything going here. Sorry I'm late today. If you're watching live, it just seems to be always a little hectic in the morning of the day of filming. And now every morning I'll be on time this week. So I apologize for being a little bit late. Let's go ahead and make a cute card. So this is the stamps that we're working with today. It is part of a bundle. I can't show you the dies because I actually didn't purchase the dies, and I'll show you something I'm going to substitute with today. Is the autumn leaves. Now this is also a current bundle. This is online. It's also in the annual catalog. I'm going to use the dies in this because there are so many leaf dies in this. I chose to not get the dies that go with this, but they're beautiful, and I actually regret not getting them, so they're back on my list. But for today, we're going to use a couple of these dies. So we're going to use this little oak leaf today, and this set is nice because there are 2 of those. So we're going to just get that ready. That's the only dies I'm using, but we are using those on most of the cards I'm making for my Autumn Expressions Be Creative Club that I am working on right now. I just finished my 5th card for that this morning, and I am excited to share that. All right, let me show you. Let's see, what have we got here? Let me show you the card. So this is, we're going to change this up a little bit, but this is using the new, what is the paper called? It is called, I don't know. I have to look it up. I'm sorry, I have to look it up. I took it out of the package because I put together 6x6 samples for myself of all my new paper. So let me just show you the paper, and then we'll do the card. It's called Splendid Autumn. So I think I was even calling the stamp set Splendid Autumn, but the stamp set is called Autumn Expressions. So they have these absolutely stunning fall scenes, and then per Stampin' Up's usual, we've got a little plainer side on the side. Hi, Christy. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Splendid Autumn, yes, Christy is verifying it's called Splendid Autumn. So these are the front sides, and I'll show you the back sides as well. But, I mean, look at this. And if you're not an autumn person, you're probably going, I don't know if I really love it, but if you're an autumn person, you love this paper. All the colors of, there's purples and golds and rust color and green and yellow. Look at this, just so pretty. And then again, if you don't want all that pattern, you have a choice, and I'm going to show you today what we're going to do with both sides of the DSP that we're going to use. This one I love. This was the first, when I started creating for my Be Creative Club, that was the first one I pulled out to make a card out of. This one and all the, you know, kind of sunsets, kind of fall days. Here's one with wheat. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. If I didn't introduce myself, I'm Joey, and I'm happy to be here with you today. And I hope you'll get some inspiration today and some ideas. This is a fun fold. And now I don't remember if I showed you or not. If I did, I'll show you again. So this is the card, and then this is what it does on the inside, and then here's a place for a gift card. You see that? So it's really easy. I don't do fun folds that aren't easy. If you know me, you know that that's true. Let's go ahead and let's get the paper on here. So this paper, hi Kathy. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live as well. So this is one of the papers I just showed you, and I'm going to put this here so you can see it, and you could take a screenshot of it if you want to. I will be sending the measurements out tomorrow in my email for everything I'm showing you today. Again, so just a reminder, if you just joined, make sure you sign up for my email list. Okay, so this is this paper. This is what it looked like before I cut it. Obviously it was 6x6, and then I cut it at 4 inches. And then I cut these 2 pieces. So this one is let me look it up. 3 1/4 by 4. 4 this way, 3 1/4 this way. This one is 1 1/2 by 4. All right, so now our cardstock is our card base. This is Cajun Craze, such a beautiful color for fall. So this is 11, and I scored it at, so it's 4¼ this way, 11 this way. I scored it at, let me make sure I tell you right, 3½ and 9. 3½ and 9 for the scoring on that. And again, this will be, all the measurements will be in my email tomorrow. And all the measurements for every project this week, they'll go out daily. It won't be like the end of the week where I send a whole PDF. It's going to be a recipe card each day. Okay, so, and then I'll also give the link to the video. So in tomorrow's email to my newsletters, to my newsletter subscribers, they will get the recipe card for this card and a link to the video so that they know where to find it and can watch it if they missed it or they want to rewatch it. Now, this is what I was telling you earlier. I'm going to switch the back like this. Now, you certainly could do this, and it's pretty that way too. Maybe we should do it that way for this card. And then you can see it both ways. Let's do that. But just realize in the recipe card it looks like this, but I think it's okay to try it a different way. This paper is so beautiful. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong either way. So let's go ahead and put this down here. And then I'm putting it so that there's like just a little bit of an edge all the way around that's pretty even. So that's the front of our card. Let's go ahead and get the inside of our card. Then we'll work on the outside. So now you need another piece of cardstock. This one is 3½ by 7, and it's scored at 1/2 and 5. Okay? Again, this will all be in my email, so you don't have to worry about remembering the measurements if you're on my email list. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fold this down. The way this is going to open is this way. So this is going to go, all right, let me make sure I'm showing you the right thing. This is going to be glued up here. Does that show on the camera? So that I'm lining up this edge of my cardstock with the fold line. All right, so it's going to look like this when it's closed. But, oh, before we do that, let's go ahead and put a little finger notch in here for the gift card. This is a 1 3/8 circle punch, and I'm just going to kind of center this I'm trying to look and make sure it's even on both sides. And then we'll just punch it. Then it's easier to get out the gift card like that. Okay, so now this is going to go like this, so this one actually has to go like this. Okay, so there's our fold. Now for this, my friends, I'm going to use Tombow glue because this is the moving part of the gift card holder. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to put the adhesive here. And I'm trying to get not too close to the edge because I don't want it to squirt out. You know, a lot of us have a love-hate relationship with Tombow because we love the way it holds things together, but sometimes it squirts out even when we're really careful. All right, so I'm adhering this cut line right at the score line. Makes sense? I know it's hard to see because it's all the same color. Okay, so this is going to close like this. Now, for a moment, I'm just going to grab a block here since it's wet, and then let's go ahead and make our inside of our card. So, for the inside, I have a piece that is 3 by 3 1/4, and we're going to stamp "Have a perfectly lovely day." Isn't the font just so beautiful in this stamp set? It is. It's really the reason I bought it. Well, plus the leaf, plus everything. But I love the fonts in this. And we're gonna take our Cajun Craze ink pad. Sorry, I know I'm getting in the video probably. and to stamp this is very vanilla. This little piece that goes in the middle is very vanilla. I'm gonna get this out of here because it gets too messy on my workspace. So get that out of the way. Let's get this squared up here and let's stamp. I feel like I'm too low in the video, but my computer isn't keeping up, so I can't really tell. Okay, have a perfectly, isn't that pretty? Just so pretty. Just even that alone is pretty. We're gonna clean our ink pad because if you have anything open with ink on it, including a stamp, you can get ink where you really don't want it. Okay, let's grab our Wild Wheat. This is one of our ink colors. I know that there's a lot of lovers and haters both of this particular color. But it is really beautiful for fall. So even if you don't really love it any other time of the year, you might want to use it in fall. Well, I think you will want to use it in fall. I'm going to grab a scrap paper here so I can put my wheat is going to go off of the cardstock just a little bit like that. And isn't it pretty together? And isn't this a pretty stamp? I saw that stamp the first time I inked it up and stamped with it. I went, oh my gosh, the wheat alone is so pretty. And then you have the tree ring stamp. I haven't even used that one yet, but I'm excited to use it. Okay, so this is the inside of our card. If you aren't commenting, I'm really sorry. I can't see it. I keep forgetting to call back our internet company and say, I still can't keep up. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and this is going to go like so. Looks like this could, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have cut this quite so far, so I'm just going to ease this, as in I should have punched that a little bit higher, but that's okay. So we're going to go with it and make it work. So when you punch your finger hole, just make sure you don't, you only need just a little moon shape there for people to get in and get their card out. This goes like that. Okay, so there is that part of it. Now down here, this is important. We're gonna do the same thing with the Tombow liquid glue. We're gonna go ahead and put just a tiny bit and really keep this really tiny because you want your the moving part that holds the gift card to move very freely. So you don't want, you want this glue as much to the outsides as you can get it. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with that. And then while we work on the front of the card, let's go ahead and kind of get this down. I'm going to give it an extra little press. And then I'm going to set this off to the side here and let it dry for a minute. Let's go ahead and make the front of this card. So for the front of this card, I'm going to change it up a little bit from my sample. I've already die cut a label, and then we're going to do a little more die cutting. We're going to use those leaves I showed you at the beginning of the video. Let's go ahead and do that, and then that's done, and we can go ahead and do the rest of our card. So I'll set these all aside. I'm going to have to set this further to the side as well, and then I'll get out my die cutting machine. Oh, you guys, you know what? Darn it. Hey, can you hear me okay? If you can't hear me very well, I did bring down my, what do you call them? My iPods, so that if you aren't hearing me well, I will run the sound through my iPods, and then the microphone is right by my mouth. Does that make sense? I meant to put them in, and then in the rush to get started, I missed putting them in. This is Mossy Metal cardstock, and then this is textured. It's called Textured Metallic, and there's a gold. I think Christy looked it up for us last week. There's a gold and copper, and the description is tungsten. It's kind of a deep, dark gray metallic. So it is in the annual catalog. But again, I'll have everything, a list of everything I'm using in my email tomorrow. It'll go out tomorrow, so make sure you sign up today if you're not signed up already. All right, let's go ahead and put those to the side. Now, that's really the only die cutting we need to do for this card. Isn't that pretty? I know you can't see it up close, but there is texture on it, and it just really makes it pretty, pretty. Leaf especially. All right, let's go ahead and I need to do a little more stamping. Looking for a scrap paper here. Let's go ahead and let's get our ink pad. Now I'm up by the phone right now. I'm standing by it. So hi Kim, sound is good. Okay, good. Thanks, Christy. Thanks for letting me know. Hopefully everybody can hear well. Let's go ahead and stamp this gorgeous greeting, grateful for you. So this would be basically a thank you card because it's going to have a little gift card of some kind. Might be a coffee card or might be to someone's favorite clothing store, or for this could go to a man. It's not this is not a very feminine card, so it could go to a man. I'm looking for my cleaning. Good grief. I don't know why. I always keep my cleaning pad to my right when I'm stamping. That's where it always is. But when I'm on Facebook Live, it lands in Lord knows where around my desk area and back at me. Up to the left side instead of the right side. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm so busy thinking about the next step. I was thinking about that this morning. I think I'm so busy thinking about the next step that I just put things down and I have no idea where I put them. All right, we're just gonna, I know some of you are big fans of fussy cutting. It's called fussy cutting when you cut out with your scissors instead of die cutting with the machine. I'm just moving the paper and I'm getting pretty close to my letters, but I'm leaving just a little bit of a border around my letters. Now, if you're not a fussy cutter, you can just stamp this onto a circle or any die that it will fit on. Or if you don't have a die cutting machine, you just measure your stamp so that your paper is as big as your stamp, and then stamp it and you're good to go. You don't have to do all this. But I really like this particular sentiment. Both of these big sentiments, I really think they're really pretty cut out. Plus, I just don't want them to cover up a bunch of stuff. So I don't want them to cover up our pretty paper. And thinking about my cutting here. I don't want them to cover up the paper, and these are big greetings. So if you put them on a circle or a square, they'll just cover up the paper a little bit more, which is fine too. A lot of it's still gonna show, but that's why I'm fussy cutting it today. Actually, this particular one is going on a little label, so the label's what's covering it up. But this particular font looks really pretty, you know, fussy cut. I just think it's really pretty. So what we're gonna do with this guy is, I've got to grab my card here. So this is the way this is going to work. This is going to fit in here like so. There we go, like that. And that's going to close like this. So then when you open it, this is what you have. I just want to make sure I'm in the camera for you to see that. Okay, this needs to be scored. It needs to be burnished really well. Burnish just means you're using your bone folder and you're just really enforcing that crease. So as I said, this one's going to be a little bit different than my sample. Let's see which one you end up liking better. I'm already looking at my sample going, I think I like the sample better anyway. All right, we'll see. We'll see what you think at the end. Now, I have to share with you, these leaves are coming. So they're called woven golden leaves. And you get a whole bunch of them. I don't even know how many. Does it say? There's 75. 75 of these leaves. Some are big and some, well, there's a medium and there's a large. So here's the large size and here is the next size. So you get those two sizes. If they get out of the bag, they do have a life of their own. So I'm going to try and get this closed up before they start flying everywhere. Like so. Anyway, it's impossible, I'm sure, on the camera to see how pretty these really are. But can you see the shimmer in them? So they're just, and they have a pattern, which is, I know, whoops, this is going to go like this. Impossible to see, but it's there. And if you could see it in person, that's what it looks like. Okay, actually for this one, we're just going to use the larger one, and then we're going to use those other two that we die cut already. So this one's going to go kind of like this, and I'm kind of just dry fitting this, and then this is going to go like this, and it's going to be in back. You know what? You know what, you guys? I already just don't like this. I'm sorry. We're going to do it like my original sample. So it's just too crowded. And I was trying to get away from covering up more paper. But we are going to cut a bigger. Hang on. I have to grab my... Of course, I've already put away all my dies. Let's see what we've got here. No, I don't want these. Hang on. Well, talk amongst yourselves. Make a new friend. I'm going to just go around my desk to get a different set of dies. How was everybody's Labor Day weekend? We went to our first, we are Nebraska football fans. And we went to the Nebraska football game, and it was super fun. Okay, what am I looking for? Something fancy, I think. Yes, this is what I want. So this is the one I used for my sample, and then I was trying to not take up so much space on the front of my card, but I just don't like the way it was going together, so we're just gonna recut it. I just need to find a scrap of vanilla, and then we will go on with finishing our card. So it was a good day, but it was hot. Oh my gosh, in the stadium it was hot. The morning was pretty cool. So I mean, I did wear shorts, but we went early because they have some new entry procedures this year with going through metal detectors and some things like that. So I thought we should go extra early just in case there were longer lines. We went to a cashless system in the stadium this year, and so we usually pay cash for our seats. We rent the stadium seats. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. There we go. And we thought, well, maybe that'll still be cash, but no, it was credit card. So the lines were long for that. Anyway, long story longer, we were up in the stands for an hour before the game started, and oh my gosh, it was so hot. And Steve wore jeans. He's very sensitive to the sun. So he went down to the concessions area before the game started, just so he wasn't getting that much sun. But I took plenty of sunscreen. Make sure I don't get, we need to make sure that I'm not getting this adhesive too low. Let's go like this instead. Nope, better go like this. Using up the end of this sheet of dimensionals. But anyway, we are on the west side of the stadium, so we knew we would be in the shade eventually, which we were. But that first 45 minutes or so was very, very hot. Okay, yeah, I used very vanilla cardstock, and as you see, I don't know if I told you these are the Something Fancy dies. I use these a lot for a lot of different cards called Something Fancy. Again, everything I'm using will be in the recipe card that will go out to email people tomorrow. Okay, that looks pretty just like that even, and here's our word. So this is gonna kind of go like this. Let me go ahead and get this guy down. Now, this is maybe a little challenging for adhesive. So what I've been doing, and I did make quite a few cards with it over the past couple days, I've been doing just a mini glue dot there. And if you want to, you can get a second one. Just make sure that this is going to be something that you're going to cover up. So I'm going to put this about maybe up here. Oh, doesn't want to stick. Okay, now I have a mini glue dot on both sides of it, which wasn't actually what I was trying to do, but I was too busy blithering about the hot weather. And we left about maybe the beginning of fourth quarter. I don't want this one to show, so I gotta make sure I'm moving it. I'm just putting another mini glue dot there. I didn't like the way that was wiggling. Let's grab this one and let's put another mini glue dot on here. So we drank a lot of water. We left for a couple reasons, because we were in the shade by the, as I said, probably before half we were in the shade. I kind of want to see how this is going to go here, and then this is going to go here. Another mini glue dot, maybe two. One right on the stem. Well, one right on the stem, and then one just a little bit up from that. Because what we're going to tie a bow here, so we want to make sure we have room. This is going to tilt like this, and then we have a ribbon there. So I think that's actually pretty good. Now, if you wanted to reinforce this, you could grab a dimensional, and then you could carefully stick this down where it's not going to show. Yeah, okay. And then try not to bend your leaf or your cardstock. Trying to take off the little backing. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and get on our greeting here. But we also have volleyball tickets for Saturday night, so why they do that, I'm not sure. So we have a football game at 2:30 and the volleyball at 7:30. I didn't feel up to going to volleyball. Steve really did not feel up to it either, but he went to volleyball and came home not feeling really great. We think he still got too much sun, even in spite of trying to be careful, but it was still fun. It's always really fun to go in person to the games. Let's go ahead and get our greeting down here. We are season ticket holders, so we know the people on both sides of us, which makes it fun too. Okay, I've been doing a lot of stamping. I'm showing you 4 different suites this week. So we're gonna do fall, we're gonna do some Christmas, and I think I have one treat box to show you that's Halloween. So I have a Halloween treat box. I'm trying to look at my sample to see, oops, I want that to bend. Okay, so there's that. Now for the bow. I'm taking this, it's called Natural Tones Linen Thread, and it comes, there's a green and there's a, well, it's kind of the copper color, and then there's a blue. We're going to use the coppery one for this card. Since we used Cajun Craze, it's pretty coppery. And then I'm just going to tie a bow, make a loop, put a loop around it, pull it back through, and like so. Make sure you comment, even if you're watching on YouTube. I come back and check the comments and I say hello to you. So if you're watching replay or on YouTube, I love for you to comment and say hello. I feel like I've made a lot of friends online, and it's really nice because they come back and we chit chat and I get to know their names and they become familiar, and it's just really nice to make stamping friends because we all have this in common. Okay, so there's this, and then it's not complete without some bling. So let's get some bling out here. And make sure you set a reminder on your calendars that I'll be live every day. So on your either your watches, or write it, if you use a paper calendar, write it on your calendar, because I will be live every day this week with new products. I'm excited to share them with you. So excited. All right, and the catalog goes live tomorrow. I don't know if I said that. I think I did, but if I didn't say it, it goes live tomorrow. Now, these dots are also a new dot, too. These are called, what are these called? Gold textured adhesive back dots. Now, it's hard to see the texture in them, I'll be honest. Even up close, it's hard to see. I don't know if you can see that shimmer. There is shimmer. I'm looking at the camera, and no, you can't really see it. But there is texture to them, and at first I thought, I wasn't sure about them, but then I started using them with this paper, and I'm like, oh, those are really, really pretty. They just catch the light. Can you see how they grab the light, and they just add a lot of beauty to your card? So here's our card. It's all finished. It's ready for a gift card. You put your gift card in there, and it's easy. It's an easy, fun, fold card. So there's that one. Here's this one. This is my original one. And I'm glad we stuck with the vanilla backing. I think this was just, or label, I think this was just too small. I think that was not gonna work. But anyway, that's what we did. Okay, I'm gonna check your comments. I'm so happy you were here with me today, and I am trying to bring up your comments. Script and sentiments are beautiful. Yes, they are. Hi, Kathy. I'm happy you could be here today too. So this card, I forgot to mention, so this is the one where I turned this design over, and this one is the one where we kept the design complete from top to bottom. Which one do you like better? Do you like the one with the mossy meadow on the bottom, or do you like the one with the, let's just call it the DSP pattern? Let me know in the comments what you think and what you like. I'd love to know which is your favorite. The mossy meadow or the DSP? Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kathy and Donna. I just really appreciate it. So nice to have you join me live today. I know this hair don't even, it's not great. I have my makeup on though. My hair is from football Saturday. I fixed it for football on Saturday. I'm glaring in that camera. And it was so hot, I pulled it up in a ponytail and put a cap on. Trying to tighten this up so it doesn't slide down. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to hold my phone out. Anyway, enough about the hair, but I haven't washed it since, because, you know, hair is just it's a bother. It takes too much time. I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather stamp or be here with you. All right, let me make sure you're here with me tomorrow, and we'll stamp some more tomorrow. I think we're going to go to Christmas, and then I'm going to show you some more new products. So I hope you'll join me. Make sure you sign up for my email list so you get all the recipes for all the projects this week. Take care. Thank you for the hearts. You guys are just the sweetest. I'll see you next time, which is tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care.